Hey, I'm Jim Search, and welcome to Understanding Upstate, the podcast dedicated to exploring what makes upstate New York such a unique place. Each week, my co-host Rob Adler and I dive into a new upstate topic to better understand what's up upstate. And this week, we are going all the way to the top with some of upstate New York's tallest buildings. Huge.
Woo!
Skyscraper. It's only looking up from here.
Mm-hmm. Look, I said we would do this in the Xerox episode, and here we are, much to Jim's delight.
You know what? I know you're saying that, but there is actually some pretty interesting facts about some of these buildings. Yeah. So I am actually interested in talking a little bit about these, and there's some really cool shit that these Speedy Freaks and Rattlesnake Pizza are about to get themselves into. So,
ooh. Hey, you know what they should also get themselves into, Jim?
I don't, but I want to know now.
They should get themselves into the ratings and review portion of Apple Podcasts or whatever they use to listen to their podcasts. Throw us a rating. Throw us a positive review. Actually, throw us a 5-star rating. Don't just throw us a rating. That could be 1 through 4 stars. Generally, We're looking for 5.
Yeah, we want you to go all the way with that.
It's true. But if you throw us a 5-star rating and a positive review, you can throw in any of your desired topics for us to cover on a future episode of the show, as long as it's something that relates to upstate New York, of course. Again, if you want downstate, that's Understanding Downstate. It's a shitty podcast. Don't even bother looking for it. You can't find it. The SEO is terrible.
I wouldn't fuck with them if I were you.
No.
So just stay with us. We're better suited for you, if I'm going to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. We're going to give you the real deal about all things above New York City, baby.
Hey, speaking about all things above New York City, I got some, I think we both have some updates about upstate New York in an upstate update.
There it is.
Who's going first today, Jim?
You know what? I thought about it and nah, fuck that. Like mine's not like a real upstate update. Like, we're gonna scrap that. So
all right.
We're gonna go with yours.
I got a big enough upstate update for the both of us. This is big news. This is
huge.
At the time of recording, this came out not only, wait, how do you say it? This came out less than 12 hours ago. This is from this morning.
Hot off
the presses. Yes, from Forbes. This is an article written by Emma Whitford titled "The New Ivies: Why Smart Kids and Their Cost-Conscious Parents Flock to SUNY-Binghamton." That's right. Forbes named SUNY-Binghamton one of the new Ivy League schools, which
that's what I read.
How about that? Oh, I condensed some of the article, but I'm gonna read a little bit of it for you here. Here we go. For freshman Brady Ellicott, New York's Binghamton University was her Goldilocks school, bigger than Lehigh University in Pennsylvania and smaller than Virginia Tech. She enrolled this past fall to pursue an interdisciplinary major in philosophy, politics, and law, and as a North Salem, New York resident, she'll get her degree for $32,044 a year, which is $20,080 less than what out-of-staters would fork over, and $29,970 less than what Virginia Tech would cost her, and $50,000 less than private Lehigh. So, we love a bargain here on Understanding Upstate.
Listen,
pretty good.
You get more bang for your buck in the 6-0 Lucky.
You get more bing for your buck, Jim.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Brady's going to get a lot. Brady's going to get a lot of the Bing, and I'm excited for her with her interdisciplinary major, philosophy, politics, and law.
You can do it all.
Oh, she's doing everything. She's doing it all. She's going to be having some speedies. She's going to be, she's probably going to be down on State Street, wondering why people drink as much as they do and why certain laws apply to some and not others. She's going to really learn a lot about the law.
That's true. She won't be going to Denny's, though. Sad to say.
She won't. Sad
to say.
Which, that hurts for her.
No. We got a quote here from Brady. A lot of people get caught up saying, I want to go to this fancy school. I want to go to private schools, especially people in my town, says 18-year-old Ellicott, who grew up in an affluent Westchester County north of New York City. At the end of the day, you just need a degree, and every school has things to do in that area and has unique traditions. But Binghamton is cheap. It's a really good education worth its price with so many opportunities.
So here's the problem, Brady, is but negates the statement that you made previously. Yeah. So what you're trying to say here is that there's nothing to do in Binghamton and there are no unique traditions. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I was on your side at the beginning of this, Brady.
Yeah.
But quite frankly, you have riled the feathers of this 6-0 lucky fella right here.
I'm glad you caught on to that, Jim, because that was the first thing I noticed.
Because it's not all good looks, Rob. There's there's a brain right up here as well.
It's true.
And fires on all cylinders, especially when it comes to backhanded disrespect of my hometown.
Well, let's continue on here. I hope it gets better by the end of this article.
I want it for her sake because now I know where she goes to school.
Binghamton is a gem in New York, and New Yorkers know it. But its renown doesn't extend far past the East Coast. People can't spell Binghamton. They think there's a P, Harvey Stenger, Binghamton's president for the past 13 years, says with a laugh. But the university's academic rigor rivals that of many other elite public universities. In April, Forbes named Binghamton one of the 10 public new Ivies.
Wow.
Alongside better-known powerhouses University of Michigan and the Georgia Institute of Technology. So why aren't more Americans clamoring to get a spot in Binghamton's freshman class? Likely, they don't know about it. Let's not tell them about it. Good God. New York, like California, doesn't have a singular flagship university. There's no comparable University of New York to a school like the University of North Carolina or University of Virginia. Binghamton is one of 64 campuses in the State University of New York system, also known as the SUNY system, and one of 4 university centers alongside SUNY Buffalo in the west, SUNY Albany to the north, and SUNY Stony Brook in Long Island. Additionally, Binghamton doesn't have a football team and misses out on free advertising that its rivals in Michigan, Georgia, and Ohio receive via the Saturday college game days of kids' childhoods. There's no football team?
There is no football team. There is a basketball team. There is a baseball team.
There's a lacrosse team.
There's a lacrosse
team. We know that.
And I believe they are all D1. There's that. Binghamton has made the college champion NCAA tournament and is usually paired against a number 1 seed school, which we know what happens there, and is made short order of Binghamton. Binghamton's games are the ones that are on for maybe about 2.5 minutes, and then it cuts somewhere else, and then you see the score at the bottom of the screen, and then it's like, oh shit, they're down by 30. And that's usually how that goes.
Well, continuing on here, it seems like, it's not a focus of Stenger, the president of the university.
No.
He goes on to say, when I got to Binghamton, I said, if I can go to the university and have an impact on the technologies that we generate, the startup companies, supporting local industries, I think I can have an impact on improving the economy in Binghamton, says Stenger, referring to the fact that cities in upstate New York were devastated economically during deindustrialization that occurred starting in the 80s.
Which, to his point, I believe he is onto something, and I think that there is a substantial opportunity to grow those industries because the rent is so cheap. You could get a warehouse up there for cents on the dollar than you could comparatively anywhere else. So especially with the advent of working remotely, I'm very surprised that there isn't some smart tech company that hasn't scooped that up. But
well, so we'll continue on. Stenger says that's been his side job. There's a new manufacturing building for lithium-ion batteries. It's being built in an old newspaper building in Johnson City, just across the Susquehanna River from campus. So he has focused his career on trying to, drive some innovation in the southern tier and have that, work hand in hand with what they're teaching at the university.
All right, Jimmy S., I see you.
There you go.
You're out here. I fuck with it.
Yeah. And that's again, that's kind of a paraphrasing of the article, and it kind of goes on to talk more about some more of the value and the numbers. This is also, I believe, Stenger's last year. If I didn't already read that, he's going to be finishing out. I think 2020, the 2025 school year.
Oh man, he's about to get in the lithium ion business. All right, dog.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a real enterprising dude.
There you go.
You're seeing out here. Well, that's a solid upstate update. Binghamton in the press, baby. You know what I mean? Yep. I'm here for it.
Hey, it's the new Ivy League.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, Harvard's out. I think they're going to get rid of Harvard as a Ivy League, which, it's about time.
There you go.
Get them the fuck out of here.
Well, Jim, we got to get the fuck out of this upstate update and get to some of the tallest buildings in upstate New York.
Yes. Just to give you an idea here, folks, is what we went with is not necessarily the tallest ranked. We didn't do it. We're not doing a power ranking here. We're going from the years as the tallest building up to present.
I think all the buildings that were formerly the tallest building, starting in 1851.
Right. And you're gonna see there's some real power shifting here, folks.
Yeah, man.
So
Twists and turns.
Yeah. What else would you expect from the upstate New York region? It's just unpredictable. Chaos with a hard A in that. All right, folks, 1851 to 1901, okay, 50-year run. That was held by St. Paul's Episcopal Cathedral in Buffalo, New York, coming in at a staggering 275 feet tall. Floors, we don't know. Fun fact about that. St. Paul's holds the only flying buttress in the city of Buffalo. They don't have any other ones.
That's my favorite fact I've ever learned. It's very specific to a couple things, and that could be like, Jim, you know how there's an increase in stolen identity scams, where someone might take their favorite upstate podcaster, synthesize their voice into an AI machine, and then try and blackmail their family members with that AI voice.
Oh,
right?
Man. Sure.
Right?
Sure.
This can be like your secret passcode. Like, St. Paul holds the only flying buttress in the city of Buffalo, and I actually need $10,000. Right?
Sounds totally chill. Now, just to give you a little background on the building itself, St. Paul's Cathedral is a cathedral of the Episcopal Diocese of Western New York and is a landmark in B-Town, New York. The church sits on a triangular lot bounded by Church Street, Pearl Street, Erie Street, and Main Street. And fun fact about that is at every direction where you're looking at that building, it is on a triangle. How about that? It was built 1849 to 1951, designed by Richard Upjohn, and it was believed by him to be his finest work. Its interior was gutted by a fire, sadly, in 1888, and was redesigned thereafter by Robert Gibson, and was designated as a National Historic Landmark in 1987 for its architecture. Okay? Now, that's the building. Here's a little background. 1848, the vestrymen of St. Paul's in Buffalo formed a building committee to erect a new stone church. Being familiar with architect Richard Upjohn's work, through his recently completed Trinity Church in New York City, they desired no other architect for the job and immediately engaged Upjohn for the commission.
And that's like, I don't think I'm going out on a limb here saying that's the most famous church in New York City, right?
I mean, there's St. John's Cathedral.
I know, but not everyone knows about St. John's. I think St. John's is maybe the coolest church in New York City. It's fucking huge.
I would say it's in the discussion. Right?
Sure.
Because
Top three. If
we're gonna
you may rank
rank
differently.
Right. We're gonna power rank Jesus Christ's hangouts. He's got them all over this great ethno-Christian state we live in. Now, here's a little of the architecture. Come with us in your mind's eye to Buffalo, New York. The cathedral has an irregular plan, whose largest component is the nave. It's built out of red Medina sandstone with an ashlar finish. Oh. The walls of the nave are supported by buttresses. Again, folks, the only flying buttress you're ever going to find in Buffalo, right over there, crowned with Gothic finials. The main tower and entrance portal are on the southwestern end, and the tower rises to 275 feet with a tall steeple topped with a cross for our big guy, Jesus Cristo. A small tower rises 125 feet on the north end. The interior features floors of slate and marble mosaic, with the floor around the altar made in France. How about that? Mm. The altar is of Mexican onyx, and the chancel furnishing is of oak, all designed by Bobby Gibson. How about
Guys,
that?
If you don't have a clear picture in your mind, I can't help you. That was very specific.
Yeah, that is going to the mind's eye and coming with and bringing you in there. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit, right? Because we've seen St. Paul's Cathedral hold the crown, but then in 1901, short-lived, the Electric Tower pops up. The Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, New York, coming in at, wait for it, folks, 389 feet. Second tallest building in New York State at the time of its construction, only 2 feet shorter than the Park Row building in New York City. You hate to see it. You hate to see that happen, right?
Wow.
Now, the tallest building ever destroyed in upstate New York. Because one thing we're going to do, we're going to come back and give you some more destruction here. The Electric Tower was the first permanent building in Buffalo to use electric light for architectural effect.
Remember, we have a lovely episode on the Pan American Exposition, and that was like a big feature of it, right? Like electricity.
Yeah.
Like a really big. It was a draw.
This was the main attraction, baby.
Mm-hmm. And you may be wondering, why was it so short-lived? Why would they have torn that building down after a year? Well, President McKinley was assassinated and no one wanted to go. Also, it was a terribly racist event. Go listen to our episode about it. We talk a lot about it. I think it's okay that they tore this thing down.
That's really fucking funny. So with that, folks, as you could imagine, with this building coming down, you know who took the crown? St. Paul's Episcopal Cathedral, coming back in 1902 to 1912, said, hey, motherfucker, we're back on the scene, baby.
And not even for like 6 months. It reigned for another decade. That's this fucking cathedral, man.
Yeah.
It's doing it.
I feel like
it's the most Buffalo cathedral I've ever heard of. Like it's really earning its homesake. That's a phrase, right?
Keepsake, maybe.
Sure.
Well, listen. Again, short-lived run, a decade in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Who comes back, folks? The Electric Tower, version 2.
2.0, baby.
Yeah, bigger, stronger, faster. 1912 to 1914. 294 feet, 14 stories, and home of the New Year's Eve ball drop in Buffalo since 1988 is where you go.
There you go.
Now, I'm going to give you a little background here of the electric tower. And again, we have a really great episode about its former ashened remains. So go bump that. Go bump that in your speakers, folks. The electric tower, or the General Electric Tower, is a historic office building and skyscraper located at the corner of Washington and Genesee Streets in Buffalo. Seventh tallest building in Buffalo, stands 294 feet and 14 stories tall, and is in the Beaux Arts Classical Revival style. How about that? It's designed by James A. Johnson in 1912. The tower is based on an earlier electric tower constructed in the 1901 Pan American Exposition. As we talked about, again, tap in for that. As with most of the buildings constructed for that event, the original was only temporary and demolished shortly after the fair ended. Why? Again. Additions were made in 1923 and 28. The white terracotta clad was originally built as the Niagara Mohawk building and features the octangular tower, which steps back 3 times to terminate in a large lantern. It's also known as the Iskalloo Electric Tower for the real estate development company that owns the building. The decorative symbols featuring aspects of electricity production are considered precursors to the subsequent Art Deco design.
All right.
Interesting.
Cool.
Like one M&T Plaza, the spire of the tower is illuminated with different holiday colors at night throughout the year. Both buildings are illuminated blue and gold for the good old Buffalo Sabres during the NHL playoffs. As we had mentioned before, the Electric Tower hosts the annual Buffalo Ball Drop on New Year's Eve. A very sober event, I can imagine, in the streets of Buffalo. Not a big drinking town. Pretty chaste. They don't like boozing.
Very measured affair.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about it, that town and its penchant for alcohol. One of the continent's largest ball drops outside of the New York City ball drop. How about that? Crowds gather in Roosevelt Plaza to celebrate the new year. The Buffalo Ball Drop is accompanied by live performances and a fireworks show. It's listed in the National Register of Historic Places in September of 2008. Now, so much back and forth of building height, but then there was a new building entered the chat room and said, "What's up, players?" And Rob, I'd love for you to tell us what building that was.
So for over 60 years, the tallest building in upstate New York has been in Buffalo. But in 1914, Rochester says, "Fuck that," and builds the Kodak Tower.
585 coming in hot. Hot, son.
With just 16 stories tall. So we're capping off the electric tower with an extra two stories, right? And it expanded from 16 to 19 floors in 1930. So, at a certain point, it had a little bit of a growth spurt and got a little bit taller. Jim, there's a fact here that I'm very curious about. It says, once described as an evil tower where vampires live.
Yeah, there's
Do you
a
have
Reddit.
any information on that?
There's a Reddit thread if you type in Kodak Tower, and it in the picture really does show like it does look fucking terrifying, and it does feel as if there's some evil that lurks in that there building.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Guys, stay away from that Kodak Tower.
Yeah, be safe out there, folks. Don't be hanging out in large, terrifying buildings for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't want that for you.
So the Kodak Tower, it was constructed on the site of a former factory, maybe a vampire factory. Who knows?
Yeah.
Next to several 7-story camera works buildings that clustered around the site. They began construction in 1912 and, of course, was completed in 1914. with Kodak founder George Eastman presiding over the project. Upon its completion in 1914, the tower held the title of tallest building in Rochester until the 60s. Dang. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. This sucker was designed by Howard Wright Cutler and Gordon and Keebler with a French Renaissance style.
Ooh la la.
You're telling me. It was designed as a 16-story high-rise with a steel skeleton faced with terracotta. The building overtook the Powers Building to become the tallest building in the city upon its completion. They did add a spire in the 20s. The architects of the Genesee Valley Trust building announced plans to mount an architectural feature that would threaten the Kodak Tower's status as the city's tallest building. So following the announcement, Eastman Kodak hired an architect to construct 3 more floors of the building with a mansard roof and aluminum tower, bringing the tower to a height of 366 feet. I love it.
Yeah, this is Pettytown in full effect, man.
Yeah, dude. All right. Next up, we've got so the Kodak Tower reigned from 1914 until 1925. It's solid 11 years, pretty good. Then we've got the Liberty Building. Title's going back to Buffalo, baby. We've got 345 feet, 23 floors. The Liberty Building was originally called the German-American Bank, but was renamed the Liberty Bank after World War I to distance itself from the war.
Fair.
Smart.
Yeah, branding is important, especially what was soon to come after World War I. Just saying.
Yeah, the real forward thinkers over there at the Liberty Building.
Yep.
Also, it's got a replica of the Statue of Liberty on top of it. And it may very well be the only building to have that. And you can, if you look at the picture and you squint, you can kind of see it. It's up there. Let's see. Also, we had a French tightrope walker named Didier Pasquet, who completed a successful 150-foot walk across a high wire suspended between 2 other statues atop the building. He completed the walk in 2 minutes and 59 seconds. So how about that?
Yeah, I'll leave that to you, Didier.
All right. So we've had, Buffalo's really held things down. Rochester had a brief stint. Albany wants a piece now, Jim.
Yeah.
1928, we've got the Alfred E. Smith Building, 388 feet, 34 stories. And I believe this is like New York State office building, right? They have state offices all throughout this.
Yeah, it's like it is a government building.
Yep. And it's got names of every New York State county engraved around the perimeter of the building.
Let's go, Broome County. Let's go, Broome County.
There you go. Alfred E. Smith was the first Catholic to be nominated for president by a major political party. He did not win. I think he lost pretty bad to Hoover, if I'm remembering correctly. In the lobby, there is a mural depicting Samuel Morse, William Cullen Bryant, and John Roebling, who designed the suspension ropes for the Brooklyn Bridge. Do you know how he died, Jim?
In a blaze
John
of glory?
Roebling? No, he got his foot crushed by a goddamn ferry, and people are like, hey, man, we have medicine to cure this, and doctors is like, no, I'm into this thing called water therapy. So he... which is exactly what it sounds like, just running water over it.
That's gross.
As if you pinched your finger. It's just, let me just run fresh water over this. That's all he did for his just mangled foot, and then he died. But hey, he made a bridge we still use today, so good for you, Roebling.
And there's a street, I believe, there, Roebling.
In Brooklyn. Yeah. I think maybe up around Williamsburg, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so the Alfred E. Smith Building, officially known as the Alfred E. Smith State Office Building, formerly the State Office Building, Are you keeping notes, Jim?
Yeah.
There'll be a quiz at the end. And sometimes simply called the Smith Building, of course, is located in Albany, New York. The building's namesake was a 4-term governor of New York, and again, as we mentioned, was the Democratic Party's nomination for president in 1928. The Art Deco skyscraper has 34 stories, and as of December 2024, it is Albany's second tallest structure. Still some respect. And it, of course, houses offices of the New York State government. All right, 1929. Buffalo's like, we got to get this title back, so they put up the Rand Building.
Yeah,
it's 29 stories, 391 feet. Which you might be saying 29 stories. That's shorter than the 34 stories of the Alfred E. Smith Building, but I don't know. I guess they put a tower on top of this thing.
Yep. And we'll see kind of mind's eye as to what would lead us to that.
So this was the first building to exceed the height of the original electric tower, demolished 27 years earlier, which is pretty cool. I assume in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, some suggest that the Rand Building was the inspiration for the Empire State Building. And when you look at it, it honest to God looks like someone shot like the top 10th of the Empire State Building.
Right.
Like it looks like it.
Yeah. No. You are absolutely spot on with that assessment there, sir.
And even like the spire they have on top of it is like proportionate for what's on top of the Empire State Building. It's a cool little building. It's not a cool little building. It's a cool big building.
It's a big ass building.
Yeah. We got a miniature Statue of Liberty upstate. We got a miniature Empire State Building. This is great. What more do you need?
We're doing this.
Yep. All right. So the Rand Building is holding it down for Buffalo from 29 to 31, but that's not enough for Buffalo. Like, we can do better. 1931. Buffalo City Hall is unveiled, and this is one of maybe my favorite buildings I think I've seen in upstate New York, at least seen pictures of. I haven't had the honor of putting my eyeballs on it in real life.
In real time.
But it's it's kind of like a tiered structure with a tower in the center, is I think kind of how I'd best describe Buffalo City Hall. It's, of course, a seat for municipal government in Buffalo, and it's completed in 31. It's 398 feet tall, and it's one of the both largest and tallest municipal buildings in the United States, and is one of the tallest buildings in Western New York. Let's see. In a world before common adaptation of air conditioning, Buffalo City Hall had whole building passive cooling. The building was oriented to face Lake Erie. Large vents would catch the wind and channel it into the basement. Ooh, interesting. Where it would pass over water basins to be cooled. That sounds like a terrible recipe for Legionnaire's disease, Jim.
It's for the time.
Sure. Priorities. The air pressure then pushed the cool air up and into the building to cool it in the summer. That's pretty crazy. That's crafty.
That's like, I mean, again, this is before air conditioning, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm speechless. I don't.
Right. What do you say to that? What do you even say to that?
I don't, Jim. You may have figured this out by now. And again, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I love weird little facts, and we've gotten so many today. I'm gonna have a lot to think about while I'm trying to fall asleep at 3 a.m.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, Jim, this brings us to the final building on our list. So Buffalo City Hall was reigning supreme over all of upstate New York from 31 to 66. There's an odd gap in our list, because the next building starts in 1973. I don't know what happened in those missing 7 years.
It was Civil War. It was
sure.
Building War.
Sure.
Yeah, who knows?
Who's to say? Who's to say? Guys, write in and tell us what happened in those 7 years.
Sure. Yeah, fill us in. We'll circle back and do like an amendum to this episode.
What's it called? Wrong answers only or whatever?
Right. Yeah, give us wrong answers only as to why there were no tallest buildings for those 7 years. I mean, I lived in upstate New York, and
Sure.
I mean, those years were pretty chaotic.
Sure.
No, I didn't actually.
I was going to say, I don't know if you were kicking around in 67, Jim.
I mean, in the hearts and minds of those who believe, yeah.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Well, in my heart lives the Erastus Corning Tower in Albany. So Albany, I mean, Buffalo, my mind's blown that Buffalo doesn't currently have the tallest building in upstate New York because they had it for so long in the last
They held it down
175 years. But no, it's Albany since 73. Man, it's a long time. 589 feet, 44 stories. It is currently, or maybe 44 floors. I don't know if story or floor is interchangeable. Write in and tell us.
right.
Currently, the tallest building in upstate New York, named after Mayor Erastus, one of the most corrupt politicians in Albany until Silver and Schumer showed up. So there you go.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Mayor Erastus?
Other than him being the most corrupt politician in Albany, I couldn't tell you.
That's not easy to do.
Sure.
I mean, we've got how many disgraced former governors? Like, my God.
Yeah. And still counting. Living document. I mean, who knows what's to come?
Well, the tower, also known as Mayor Erastus Corning Second Tower, or simply the Corning Tower, is a skyscraper located in downtown Albany. Completed in 73 and sided with Vermont pearl marble and glass, the state office building is part of the Empire State Plaza. It's the tallest skyscraper in the state of New York outside of New York City, as well as the tallest building in mainland New York. Erastus Corning II, the building's namesake, was the mayor of Albany for over 40 years. Holy shit. That's crazy. He was mayor from 41 to 83. Just think of like all the technological changes and developments from 41 to 83 and how any one person stayed relevant for that long.
I mean,
That's crazy.
Through corruption.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
We might have to do an episode on Corning. Good God. Corning Tower houses the New York State Department of Health and the New York State Office of General Services. Sign me up for that department. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you got to head over to General Services for that.
It's just in general. Yeah, just
Yeah.
everything in general.
It's a real catch-all department if I've ever heard of one. Let's see. 2 New York State Department of Transportation traffic cameras are located on the building to monitor nearby traffic conditions. Okay, how about that? And from 2000 to 2004, it was the tallest structure in the World Almanac's list of other tall buildings in North American cities. Okay, how about that?
There it is.
Quite the accolade.
Strong.
Jim, that brings us to the end of our list, but that doesn't bring us to the end of the episode because I have crafted a game that I'm calling Best in Class. Are you ready for it, Jim?
I hope so, man.
So this actually, it doesn't have to do with the tallest buildings in upstate New York. It has to do with universities, relating back to our early article.
Oh, okay.
I'm pulling from the Forbes list of America's top colleges, which ranks just universities based off of, I think, some acclaim, cost, research, all of that, right?
Right.
I'm going to have 5 rounds.
Okay.
And I'm going to name it another university, and you just tell me if it's ranked higher or lower than Binghamton University on Forbes's list. If you win, you have to get at least 3 correct. If you win, you'll get a full ride to Binghamton University, but you have to take all of your classes with Hugh Grant's character from the rewrite.
Oh, good. That seems
quite the honor.
That seems awesome.
Quite the honor. Are you ready, Jim?
Yeah. I think I am.
Okay. And I'll tell you, Binghamton University is ranked 76 on this list, just so you have some idea.
Okay.
All right. First university, University of Minnesota, Twin Cities. This is the main campus. This is like, if someone says University of Minnesota, this is generally what they're talking about. Is University of Minnesota ranked higher or lower on the Forbes list?
Well, it's going to be lower, man. Binghamton forever. You know me.
Jim, I was going to put in an extra rule. If you put lower for everyone, you automatically owe me 10 speedies. And I'm going to have to put it in place.
Yeah, I'll write you a post-dated check for those speedies.
All right. Well, you're wrong on that one. University of Minnesota is ranked 75th. So Binghamton's right behind.
By a hair.
That's like a, half a letter grade, right? It's like a minus or plus situation there. All right, Rutgers University. Is Rutgers higher or lower than Binghamton?
Well, here's the thing: is there's the Rutgers rash, which is a very unique sexually transmitted infection that was unique to Rutgers, and that's pretty gross. So I'm going to put them lower. It's true. You can look it up.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to put that below Binghamton because while we are dirty, I think we try and not. We're not fucking our way to our own unique disease. Our own unique diseases are alcoholism and depression. So. Well,
guess what? Forbes agreed with you and put them at 79.
Hell yeah.
3 below Binghamton's 76.
Get your shit together, Rutgers Rash. Although there is a fun bar, the nightclub, that's located right near Rutgers.
It's probably also not that far from the Bing, right? Famous strip club from
Satin Dolls. It's real. That's on Route 17 on your way to Binghamton, believe it or not.
Well, although there you go. All roads lead to the Bing in one way or another.
Hey.
All right. Next up, keeping it in upstate New York, University of Rochester. Higher or lower?
Oh, man. I would have to say it's probably going to be higher than Binghamton. Just only based on the strength of the acclaim. So,
Jim, University of Rochester is at 91.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They hold University of Binghamton in high regard. Higher regard than you, evidently.
Apparently, man. I'm a Binghamton charlatan.
It's all right. We've got another opportunity to win you back here. So far, just keeping score here. You got 1 point. It's make or break.
Oh,
make or break to study with Hugh Grant in the rewrite. Boston University.
Lower, without a doubt. They are the
You're saying Boston University is lower than Binghamton.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's the last school.
They're at 53.
Oh, well, that list must be wrong then. There must be a clerical error in that list altogether. I'd have to believe it.
Jim, this one's just to, you're not going to win it, unfortunately, but hey, we can try and make the defeat not as crushing, right?
Sure.
Bringing it back to New York. We got City College of New York, also known as CUNY. Is that ranked higher or lower?
Oh, well, that's going to be lower because if I'm forced to pick between CUNY and Upstate New York,
sure.
6-0. I'm a 6-0 lucky guy, man.
Sure. And Forbes agreed with you. 120
wow.
for CUNY. Yeah, they're far down there.
What's the last? What's this list out of?
Oh, man. I think it might be 500. Let's see what the very last school is. Yeah, 500.
What's that
University
school?
of Houston, Clear Lake.
Wow. Oh, that's the who? Yeah. Who among us decides that as their option?
Number 1, Princeton.
Gross.
I say out with the old Ivy, in with the new, baby.
Yep. That's
There
what
we
I'm
go.
trying to. That's what I'm trying to hear right now.
There we go. Hey, Cornell's at number 10, though. That's an upstate school, so,
That's right. That's right.
That's all right. That's all right. Keeping it in the top 10. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, Jim. That's, I'm real sorry. You're going to have to pay full tuition. In-state, though. In-state.
Oh, wow. Okay.
To attend SUNY-Binghamton for your writing seminars with Hugh Grant. Again, if you have no idea what we're talking about, we've got 2 episodes about this terrible movie. Go listen to one of them.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, speaking of listening to things, Jim, do you have anything to recommend to our Speedy Freaks or Rattlesnake Pete's?
Oh, do I? Do I? Let's say you're on top of a skyscraper, right? And you are just taking in all the vast expanse of upstate New York. And you're like, what could accompany this level of excellence? I'm here to tell you what that is. It is Upstate Understandings. That is my comedy album, produced by Rob Adler, and it's incredible. You should go check it out. It's available on all digital streaming platforms. Jimsearch.bandcamp.com is a great place to buy it. I pushed it on some people at work today, and I did some aggressive sales just to see how it would land with them. It was pretty funny. And I'll also go to jimsearchcomedy.com. That's a good place to see all the funny things I say and do. If you are in the Rochester area, party people, I'm going to be hosting at the Carlson on the 31st and the 1st. It's going to be a dope time. Jeffrey Asmus is going to be headlining. I'm going to be there rocking with you. So go grab tickets from their website. It's going to be a real treat for you in the 585.
Jim, can you, while you're there, confirm if there are indeed vampires in the Kodak Tower?
Yeah, I'll go in there and ask.
Can you put that on the to-do list?
I'll go in and ask and see what they have to say about that.
Cool.
For sure. What else? Yeah, that's it. I mean, Rob, is there? They bought tickets to the show.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They bought the album. They bought 3 T-shirts. They're ready to live.
Yep.
What else can they do?
So look, they're in Rochester. They just got out of your show. They had a great time. They have a whole 2 more days before they have to go home. And you know what I would like to do? I would love to see the only flying buttress in Buffalo. Let's go to St. Paul's Cathedral and go check it out. Jim, that's a drive. You're going to have to occupy your time with something. That's where I'm going to grab my album, New York Sticky, available at brooklynfrequency.bandcamp.com. You're going to throw it on. The hours are just going to fly by.
Yeah.
Just like that buttress, baby.
Wow, that's solid. That is solid.
Don't forget to also check out our documentary called Understanding Upstate. It's a behind-the-scenes look, not at this podcast, but a look at the making of Jim's album. Check that out. Link in the description for everything we've talked about today. Jim, that's what we talked about today, but do you have a hint for what we're going to be talking about next week?
I do. Lights, saber, action.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Huge.
I like it. That works. It would also be huge if you subscribed, rated, or reviewed the show. Again, that helps us out a lot, guys. Share an episode with a friend. And remember, if you give us a 5-star rating and a positive review, you can throw in a suggestion for the second tallest building in upstate New York.
Yes. Yeah, you want to do that. Without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Jim, we talked a lot about really tall buildings today, most of which probably had elevators, so I got a closing transition for us.
Sure,
You ready?
sure. Yeah.
Going up?
There it is. Now
That's kind of a weird way to end it, but,
that's what they're getting. They're getting that.
Yep.
Bye. Understanding Upstate is a podcast hosted by Jim Search and Rob Adler, edited by Rob Adler, and music from Regal Monk.